Hey everyone, Tracy here from Between CAD Classes. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create dormers in Autodesk Revit. Let's first take a look at the end result of what we're going for here. So here I have this house with a couple of dormers. You can see how the roofs are joined together. You can also see how the walls are attached both above and below to the roofs. And if I spin around, you can also see that the cutouts have been made in the main roof. So this is what we're going for. We'll actually create one and mirror it to the other side. So let's get started. I'm going to switch to a version here that doesn't have the dormers in just yet. And I'm going to start by creating some walls. Now, before I jump into that, let's take a look at our levels. So I'm going to activate my north view here. And you can see that I created a dormer level up here at 20 feet. So this is where I want to draw my walls initially. So I'm going to activate that dormer level. I'll double click on dormer level here in my browser. And you can see the first floor wall here that I'm going to end up aligning to. Now, initially, I'm just going to draw some walls and not really be too concerned exactly where they're at. I'm going to line them up in just a moment. I'm going to start with the same wall that I have down below. So I'll start with the wall tool. And then this is going to be the exterior wood siding on wood stud. I'm going to go with the unconnected height of 10 feet. Height isn't too important because eventually I'm going to attach these to the dormer roof. I do want to make sure that my location line is set to finish face exterior. And then I'm going to draw 3 walls here, basically creating a U shape. So I'll start with my first one. Remember, I am on the exterior surface of this wall, so I'm going to tap the space bar to flip it the other way. And then once again, I'll just kind of create 3 little walls here to start with. Well, next, I'm going to align this wall with the one below it. So I'm going to type AL for align, or switch to my Modify tab and choose Align here. Now, right now it's grabbing the center of this wall, so I'm just going to press the Tab key until it gives me the exterior side. Then I'll click that one. Then I'll click the exterior side of this wall to make it match. If I want, I can go ahead and lock those together to make sure that I don't accidentally move it. Next, I'm going to add in some dimensions to locate these walls. So I'm going to choose my Aligned Dimension tool from my Quick Access toolbar. I'm going to click the outside of the west wall here, and then the outside of this wall of the dormer, and the one on the opposite side as well. Then I'll just click to place my dimensions. I'll escape a couple times to get out of the dimension tool, and I will select this first wall. Now this particular one, I want to be 9 feet away from the other wall. So I'll adjust the dimension of 9 feet. Then I want to adjust the next wall. So I'm going to select it. And this one is going to be 7 feet so that I have a 7-foot wide dormer. Now I also want to dimension the lengths of these. So I'm going to add in another dimension here from the front to that edge there. Then I'll click to place it. Escape a couple times to deselect it and select this wall and adjust this value to 9 feet. Now I can do the same thing on the other side, but I'm just going to use my Align tool. So I'll align this surface and that surface, and once again I can lock them together. Let's go look at this in 3D. So in 3D I can see the start of my dormer here. Now, one question you might have is, where did I get the value of 9 feet to go this direction? And the truth is, I played around with it a little bit. So if you have some different roof heights, you might have to adjust that value so that it terminates just correctly. And I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Next, I'm going to create the dormer roof. So my dormer level is right here, and I want my roof to be 5 feet above that. So I'm going to return to my dormer level, and then I'm going to start my roof by footprint tool. So I'll go to the Architecture tab, select the roof dropdown and choose Roof by Footprint. Next, I'm going to choose the roof type that I want, which is going to be the 10-inch asphalt shingle. I have the Pick Walls tool active here with a 2-foot overhang, currently defining slope. So I'm going to go ahead and click a line to the left and to the right. I'm going to turn off Defines Slope and click the front wall here. Now those should trim together. If they don't, you can go ahead and use your corner trim tool. For my 4th roof line, I'm just going to sketch that in. So I'm going to choose the Line tool, and I'm just going to sketch a line across at some location. I'm going to join this into the big roof anyway, so its exact location isn't too important. Then I'm going to use the corner trim tool to trim these together. I'll escape a couple of times to get out of the trim tool. Once again, make sure that you don't have slopes on these two lines. And then on the other two, we're just going to accept the default slope of 9/12 to match the main roof. Before I click finish, I need to make sure I adjust the level. So if you take a look at my properties over here, I am currently on the dormer level. Once again, I want this roof to come up 5 feet above that. So I'm going to put in 5 feet for my base offset from level. Then I'll go ahead and click finish and attach to attach those 3 walls. And then let's switch to 3D and take a look at what has happened here. So I have this little roof in here, and these walls have attached, but these walls don't completely terminate at that roof either. So I'm going to join this little roof into the larger roof. So on the Modify tab, I'm going to choose the Join Roof tool here. My first click is going to be the edge of the dormer roof, the back edge. And then my second click is going to be the larger roof that it's going to join into. Next, as I rotate around, you can see the bottom of these walls. So I actually want the bottom of these walls to attach to the main roof. So I'm going to select all 3 walls by holding Control and selecting all 3 of them. And then on my ribbon, I'm going to choose Attach and Attach Base. Then select the main roof here. And now as I rotate around, I can see those walls terminate perfectly at both roofs. So I want to return for just a moment to my dormer level and talk again about these 9 feet dimensions that I had. Without this 9-foot dimension here, if I drag this too far in and look at it in 3D, then I end up with some walls that didn't terminate properly. So I need to come back to my dormer level and drag those back in. If I didn't go far enough, then I ended up with gaps out here. So once again, you just kind of have to play around with this until you find a good value that works, doesn't leave gaps, and doesn't extend past that roof. And in our case, 9 feet just happened to be a good value for that. So I'm just going to undo to get me back to the 9 feet location. So once again, as you create your own unique dormers, you'll need to play around with that a little bit to find a location that works well for terminating that wall to each roof. Next, I want to put a window in my dormer. So I'm going to go to my dormer level, select my window tool here on the architecture tab, and then I'm going to put in a 36 by 48 inch double hung with trim window. So I'll come and place it centered perfectly there with my temporary dimensions on that wall. I'm going to escape a couple of times to get out of the window tool and select that window. And I want to adjust its sill height. Instead of 3 feet above the dormer level, I want it to be 3 inches above the dormer level. So I'll put in a 0 space 3 and enter, and then take a look at it in 3D. Now I can see my double hung window in there. I can also see that I still have a roof in there, so I'm going to need to cut that out. To do that, then I am going to go to my architecture tab and then the opening panel and select dormer opening. The status bar at the bottom is telling me to select a roof to be cut by the dormer opening. So I want to cut this main roof. I'll select it. That's the one that's going to be cut. And what I want to do now is basically select 5 lines. I want to select the inside edges of this roof. And then I also want to select the insides of each of these walls. And then the inside of the front one as well. Now I can probably hover around and get exactly what I want. I'm going to switch to wireframe so I can see these maybe a little bit better. So from my visual style, I'm going to set that to wireframe. Then once again, I'm going to come in here and you're basically picking planes. So I'm picking the bottom plane of that roof and the bottom plane of the other side of the roof here. Then I'm picking the inside plane of that wall, the inside plane of the wall on the other side here. That's the outside, there's the inside, and then the inside plane of the front wall. So I now have the 5 lines that I need, but it needs to be a closed profile. So I'm going to use my corner trim tool, and then I'm going to select any of these lines I need to make corners out of them. Looks like for me it was every one except for the top peak there. So I now have a nice closed shape there. I'll click finish, then switch back to the shaded mode. And I'll rotate this around and I can actually see now that I have the cut opening. You can see these separating lines in here, and if you wanted to hide those, you can. I'll go to my Modify tab here and select the Line Work tool, and then I will choose Invisible Lines. Then I will come in and click on the line that I want to make invisible. So I'll click this line here, and it looks like nothing happened, but you have to think about the fact that there's actually two lines there. There's the edge of this plane and the edge of this plane as well. So I have to click twice to make them both invisible. I can do the same thing here. Once again, clicking twice, and you still might see a bit of a separating line there, but it should get rid of the main black lines there. Once again, once I apply some materials and do some rendering, I won't notice those anyways. Well, finally, I want to do the same thing on the right side of the house. I could certainly go through and do all those steps again, but I am going to mirror them instead. I'm going to switch to my south elevation for this, and then I'm going to select all of this geometry here. So I'm going to click and drag from the upper left to the lower right to select all of those objects there. So that should select the three walls, the window, the roof, and the cut opening. Next, I'm going to choose here on the Modify tab, Mirror by drawing an axis. Then I'm going to snap to the midpoint of the roof here and just draw a vertical line and mirror that over to the right side. I always want to double check, make sure the opening came out okay. So I'm going to switch to 3D, rotate around, and you can see everything came through just fine. Of course, if I wanted to, I can apply the invisible line trick on those as well, but not necessary at this point. Well, there you have the secrets to creating a dormer in Autodesk Revit. I hope you found that helpful. If so, give me a like. As always, feel free to subscribe. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video from Between CAD Classes.